Hey everyone. Gonna be taking you along on a solo flawless run of Crota's End today. I realize that both soloing this raid and doing it flawlessly is not a huge deal, especially now that we're into Rise of Iron, but I do think there's a group of players that either missed out on Crota's End entirely or perhaps never got around to doing it. And also still might need the Flawless Raider achievement or trophy, depending on the system you're on. Just going to be kind of chiming in with commentary here and there. Again, each run that people do through Crota's End is going to be different. There's no clear set path towards doing anything, so it's kind of just up to you what you want to do. The methods that I'm going to use in here are the ones that I've been using for quite a while, so I'm used to it. I'm used to the encounters, doing it the way I do, so here we go, I guess. Smiter Marine gives me extra agility, that's why I've got that on. Otherwise you can put Might on. Gallahorn, I usually keep a rocket on. I just use that since the exotic slot was open. The Don't Touch Me's, I think, are very good for the first part, running through the lamps here. And I've also got Blade Dancer equipped to go invisible if need be. Another funny thing about this drop down too is it can kill you sometimes. It's actually pretty funny that I think this is my 5th or 6th attempt on normal, actually. I mean, it's been a while since I've done this raid, but also I make mistakes like anybody else. And I believe the second attempt I actually died on the fall down, so you can fall, or I mean you can die during this part. Most times you won't, but yeah, it's going to leave you with a sliver of health. And as you can see, I go invisible and go right into it. I usually run past the first 2 lamps, just because the weight of darkness doesn't get too bad. You can usually keep your speed up, especially if you have Might on or another weapon, or if your agility is up. 3rd lamp I usually stop. I kill some enemies if I need to, otherwise I just kind of let them run up to me and hit me with their melee attack, which will turn me invisible. 4th lamp's kind of a judgment call. You can stop there if you want, or run right through. Again, it depends on what your build is. Again, since I'm not too worried about actually dying in this part with the Blade Dancer on and Don't Touch Me's, I can kind of just sit there and either let them turn me invisible or do whatever. And you see I ran past that lamp. This lamp here is the shortcut that I take during this part. And you kind of just want to sit here and let your weight of darkness go away. And either go invisible or run straight through it. And you want to follow this path right here, just along the edge. And this will let you skip a good portion of the lamp maze. And once you're on the other side here, you can kind of just do what you've been normally doing, waiting for the weight of darkness to get off. Kill some enemies if you need to. Always watch out for those holes, by the way. You see they're starting to group up a bit here, so you can sort of take them out if you want, or again let them turn you invisible and just kind of go with it. This part's a little tricky. You gotta watch out for the big guy, otherwise you can just do what you normally do, run past them. Go around this hole, go around the next hole. And again, here you can wait, kind of let the darkness go away. Pick some enemies off. And again, this is a judgment call. You can go to the other lamp that's to the right. Most times, though, people are just going to skip that and go straight for the bridge. Some people hop up on that those little rocks to the left and right. I don't do that. I just go straight to the other lamp and jump up on this rock. Easiest method, gives you a clear line of sight for the ogre and nothing can touch you. And since we triggered the bridge, obviously the door is opening and the bridge is building slowly. As long as you stay on the edge of this rock here, the explosion from the lamp won't kill you. And the ogre here is a little funky sometimes. Sometimes he wants to go left, sometimes he wants to go right. Most times he just gets kind of caught behind that lamp and you're able to take him out pretty quickly. At this point, since the maze is done, you can take off Blade Dancer if you want. I switch to Gunslinger and take off the Don't Touch Me's. If you're a hunter, like I am here, you can put the bones on for an added jump, which you may or may not need in the next part of the raid. Just kind of do a little dance, wait for the bridge to finish. Getting a lot of dancing in. And you're good to go. Like cracks in a sidewalk, you can fall through the cracks in this bridge, so just be careful of that. Most times you won't, but again, it's a possibility. And from here, you're just running to the light. You can play a game of the floor is lava. Stay on the pillars if you want. And I failed that game miserably. Normally you get rewards at that point. Since this is, like I said, a 6th or 7th attempt, something like that, I've already cleared the first couple sections from previous tries. From here, it's kind of up to you again. Some people build this bridge and then kind of just walk over it and jump over the rest. Me, what I do is kill the knight, get the sword, and then jump across the gap entirely. And I missed that grenade pretty bad. Missed these snipes pretty bad. Normally I do better at this part. Don't judge me for it. But he's down and that's all that matters. So I collect the sword. And I go over to this point over here to give me some increased height for my jump. And again, you want to take a curved path towards this bridge. You want to be over the bridge at the halfway point, otherwise you're going to die from the barrier. So, and with bones on, you can have that extra jump at the end. You can kill the knight on this side if he's in front of you, otherwise just skip it. He's not going to do anything to you otherwise. Some people hide by that little corner by the bridge. Again, what I do is just come over to this side here. It's got pretty good cover for the enemies and everything else on the other side, and it gives you a little more room to move around. If you're up front by that bridge part, you really don't have much room to maneuver. I mean, you're safe, but you don't have a lot of room to move around. Here, you don't have that problem. Of course, you do have the thrall, which kind of get annoying after a while. You want to pick off the acolytes, kill the enemies in general. That will trigger the ogres to come out of the doors in the back of the room on each side. Otherwise, more thrall are going to keep filtering out. You can keep taking them down. The wizard here is another judgment call. You can take it out if you want. It's not necessary. The ogres are the only thing you're concerned with here. That wizard will get in your way though, and that can be a pain. So you can always take her out if you like. And once the ogres are out, you can start picking them off. Use your sniper, primary, whatever you like, rockets. That one's down. Again, I'm just taking the wizard out for a little added insurance. It's definitely not necessary. I have the golden gun, so that helps. You can put some shots in on the ogres. And we got more thralls. Yeah, you know, I said that knight wouldn't bother you. I guess he will if you get too close. The thralls go down pretty easy. You just don't want to get backed into a corner with them naturally. And the ogre's down. This section is clear. That will open up the next part. Kind of your choice on the next part as well. I usually use rockets, that's why I'm giving myself another synth. Otherwise, you could use a sniper even. The good thing about this part on normal is these Shriekers will not respawn once you kill them. That does not happen on hard mode, so you can kind of take it easy on this one. Just take the Shrieker out, back up, out of the room, and don't even have to worry about it. And as this hallway spawns infinite Thrall, you can pick them off if you want to build up your super or get some ammo. And once you're satisfied with that, you can jump over to this little tiny pillar right here, take out the next Shrieker, and do like you did before, just kind of back up out of the room or to the back of this area here, and you will be fine. You can work on the Thrall again if you'd like. Good thing I used that heavy synth. Wasn't going to get any heavy to drop here apparently. Yep, gave up on that idea. So you just kind of run through this hallway now, avoid the Thrall, especially the exploding ones, and go right ahead and drop down. There's a couple different methods to the wizards again. It kind of goes with what you like. I'm going to switch to a scout rifle from this point. Just to give a little extra impact on my shots. Jump over these knights here. Go straight to the left side. Doesn't matter what side, I always just go to the left side. Makes more sense the way I do this part. And since I've got Golden Gun, I can quickly take down the wizard. Sometimes enemies will kind of gather up in here and make your life miserable, so it's kind of good to get in there and get it done quick. And just go ahead and take off. Shrieker is down, so that side of the hallway is open. Go to the other side and do the same thing here. This is where your rockets come in handy. Some people use a sword even. That's also a good method. Take the Shrieker out. And you are good. All the barriers are down in there. And now, depending on how quickly you took care of all that, you'll have a little bit of a wait for Uriet to start her little song and dance type thing. So you can go ahead and take down the yellow bars. And while it's generally not a good idea to go in there, you can go in the room here to pick some stuff off or pick up ammo if you want. I don't usually. As you can see, Uriet's sitting right there. That's kind of where you want to keep the boss at, just because you don't want to, where I'm going to be standing, you don't want her to move too far one way or the other, because then you won't have a clear shot. And by going in the room there and picking off enemies, that can kind of move it around a bit, and you don't want that. So it's good to just sit out here and wait for the countdown to start before going in. That way she'll kind of be locked in position and you can just take them out quickly and move on. And apparently we got a lot of extra time on this one. Of course on normal I think they give you more time to do that. Uriet's countdown is longer on normal as well. I think it's half a minute. Any day now. There we go. Yeah, 30 seconds. So you just jump up right here on this pillar, and depending on where she stops, look at that perfect view right there. You can take her down in a couple of shots. And you're done with that. That was actually the pain in the ass part. You got to take out all these ads. You just kind of use your scout rifle to pick them off, or use rockets if you have rockets, your super, sword, whatever you prefer. There's no time limit on this part. You can kind of take your time and just stay alive. For the video's sake, I'm trying to go a little bit quicker, but sometimes it just doesn't want to work out that way. And again, it depends on how you want to go about it. I usually take out this group that's out here first, just to kind of clean up the outside a bit. Again, you can also pick up ammo if you need it. And then we'll go back inside and deal with the ads in there. These Thrall are kind of funny. They show up and you can kind of kill a few of them and then they just kind of disappear after that. In this case, I'm going to kill them all, but they will just occasionally disappear when you walk in there. Those two knights with the swords will open up the windows in here after you defeat them. And again, since I've been to this part previously, I won't get any drops, but you will get rewards here. You kind of just want to keep killing enemies now until you unlock the next portion of the raid, next checkpoint. And there we go, you've got defeat Crota, so now you can activate the crystal in the room. Again, at this point it's up to you. You can kind of kill some more of those ads, otherwise they're just going to kind of keep spawning at this point. Since you're not going to be dying to reset the checkpoint, you're kind of just stuck with more ads than usual. It's not a huge deal. Again, it just depends on what you're going to do. I'm going to be using the Gallahorn method to take down the boss, so obviously that's what you want to go with. Night Stalker is just good for the grenades. And once the sides open up here, you're just taking out enemies. Again, you're not going to get them all, but you can get the majority of them. That'll make your life easier. You can see the sword guys have spawned back in, whereas they would not normally if you were resetting the checkpoint. So you can just run past these guys and start the Crota fight. You can see presence of Crota. Obviously your health will not regen. That's why you can pick up the Chalice of Light here. Sword Bearer should go down pretty quickly depending on what you want to use. You just use a scout. I had my tether, so hey, might as well. Keep the ads off of me while I'm doing that. And go straight to the rock. The Gallahorn method usually works. It's a little tricky, that's why I tossed my smoke there, just to make sure the damage would stay consistent and his shield would stay down. You can see I actually got him down a little too quick, so I missed and shot, and then here I am, basically blowing the sword. At this point you kind of want to chalk it up because the sword's going to disappear before you can do more damage, but I'm like, what the hell, I'll give it a try. And as soon as I get up there, the sword's gone. So, you go back into this room here, and you're kind of going to wait now for Crota to do a rotation and then come back. You can see his health. I didn't do that great, obviously, from missing the second attempt with the sword. That's going to happen. I mean, obviously, when you get to this point, you've already put the work in. You don't want to die from something silly, so... like I said, when you get to that point and you make a mistake, you're better off just writing it off and either backing away from him or trying another method if you need to. Again, the Gallahorn's the most consistent method for this, in my opinion. Some people use the sword. I could be using Blade Dancer right now and going up there and doing damage to him that way with the exotic sword, but again, that's kind of a 50-50 thing. Sometimes that sword swing will knock you back off of the platform completely, and you're going to miss a round of damage that way. So, like I said, Gallahorn's just the most consistent for me. That's what I would recommend if you're doing a flawless run. If you're soloing it just for soloing it, then yeah, obviously do what you like and go ahead and try new things. As you can see in that, Crota just passed by and is back in his place, so I can take down the Sword Bearer now. And we're going to give this another attempt. So there you are, you drop it. Fire the rockets. Actually, I learned after this one that I only need the one rocket, so I can just do that. That saves me a rocket and saves some time. And you can see his health is low enough now. He should be dead on this next sword. Again, you throw the grenade to get the shield down. To help get the shield down and keep it down. And there you have it. Solo flawless run on normal Crota. Not the fastest and not the cleanest run, but it shows the job getting done, and that's all that matters. We're not going for speed on this one. It's like the other raids. You can either sit in there and wait for it to take you back to the screen, or go ahead and go to orbit. Let's see what kind of time I got on this one. It's over 20 minutes. I think it's just under 21. Yeah, just under 21. Well, that is it for me. Hopefully this video helps you guys out for your solo runs. Appreciate you watching, and good luck, Guardians.